So today is Friday the 13th, and what's scarier than people who have different opinions than you? In this video, I will react to your most unpopular GD opinions based on a community post I made asking you guys. This video idea was inspired by reading through my comment section. Also, Aeon did make a video on this like a while back, so link in the description if you want to watch that. Also, thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. I just can't thank you guys enough. The actual 1K special is coming soon, Q&A and more stuff, so stay tuned for that. I might split it into 2 parts. Zodiac is the best top 1 ever. Song is great, gameplay is accessible, and not my opinion, but opinions from completion videos. Is pretty decent to play, deco is neat and not red. Honestly, I agree. I think this is kind of based, but like a lot of people either really love Zodiac or just hate it. But yeah, I agree to some extent. Like I think it's a good top 1, but I still think Bloodlust is better. Random Junk Incorporated says, I saw something similar to this recently in Aeon's Unpopular Opinions video. Spiders can be one of the most fun game modes when executed properly. Unfortunately, most levels don't try to experiment with spider gameplay, which leads to most of it being mediocre and not unique. I wholeheartedly agree with this. Like, spider gameplay can be really fun if done correctly. It's just like never done correctly. Next. Steven Studio says, Carmel is the best creator in the game. Hard demons are harder than most insane demons, and then goes on to explain Carmel. Most creators nowadays try to stick to ideas that will surely get rated. Carmel is one of the few creators who is willing to largely experiment outside the norm, as EXO or Low Death bring examples. My other favorite is Puck, but for similar reasons. Okay. I don't think he's the best creator in the game, but I mean, he's a good creator. I like his creating style. I just think some of his levels are really low effort. Like, I think Low Death deserves to be rated just because I think it's funny. Alex says, one of the best parts in any RobTop level is the Geometrical Dominator memory part. But like, I think it's a good part, which is apparently a lot of people hate it. I think it's really satisfying to pull off, but learning it is an absolute nightmare. But once you've learned it, it's pretty fun. I mean, I guess it's good, but I don't think it's one of my favorites. I think it's up there, but not like top 5. Arcturus is the best top 10 in the list. It has an amazing atmosphere, it is extremely intimidating to the song, and the level translates the intensity of the song very well. There is no other top 10 that does what Arcturus does. Bruh. And I think the gameplay, even though it's just straight fly and stupid waves, is very unique. Also, there is no other top 10 that does what Arcturus does. Slaughterhouse. Mist says, I think that Niflheim should be number 1 on the demons list. This is because you cannot see the portals. This is a result of the portals being words, meaning that you'll have to read while playing an extreme demon. Therefore, Niflheim is 10 times harder than levels with portals. In conclusion, Niflheim should not be top 1, but top 0 on the demons list, because it is not possible. I agree, I hate reading. Rob R10 says, we need to make more levels focusing on underused game modes. Literally, we have a large number of ship/wave-based levels, some UFO/cube-based ones, and hardly any ball, robot, or spider-based levels. Kind of like the spider being underused earlier, I do agree there should be more spider levels, and same thing with ball. Like, I think ball is a very interesting game mode. Kiwi says, Stereodemoness and Back on Mountain are some of the best insane demons in this game, without exaggeration. I mean, I don't know if I 100% agree because I haven't really played either one of them that much, but they don't really have much competition. Most insane demons suck. Star rates should be used for levels that are just competent. The rating standards are too high and most rated levels kind of feel the same. I think RobTop should factor uniqueness when actually rating levels, because you're right, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's like really repetitive. Like, for example, the first time that 9 circles was used, oh, this is really interesting. Maybe the next few times, okay, fine, we can rate it, that's okay. But then it's the exact same effect for like tens and tens of levels, and you're like, bruh, why is this even still getting rated when there are better levels out there that aren't rated? AP Team gets too much hate. I love all their levels except Sonic Wave Infinity, and then the replies is, all one of them. I'm assuming he means other unreleased levels, but yeah, Cosmic Cyclone's the only other AP Team official level. I do think AP Team gets too much hate, but I don't like all of their levels. Like, I think Apocalyptic Trilogy and Cosmic Cyclone are both really good. There is nothing like a good medium demon. There are way too many 9 circles levels, and therefore Rob should stop rating them, and the memory part in Geometrical Dominator is really fun. So yeah, I agree, there's nothing like a good medium demon, but I do like good easy demons. Like, just sitting down and beating an easy demon is really fun, as long as it's like a fun level, and not like Sidestep or something. While I agree there are way too many 9 circles levels, I think Rob should still new unique ones. So for example, like Ringy Paracosm, I don't like that one as much because it reminds me a lot of like levels such as Aquatic Auroras and levels like that, so I don't really like that level as much. But I mean, if we get new, completely unique takes on the 9 Circles effect, I think that's deserving of a rate. But if it's the same effect that's already been used, I don't want to see it rated. Unless it's like Azure Flare, because that's a top 1, but whatever. Every top 1 should have a much easier counterpart with even better deco. Some top 1s have gameplay that would be fun if it was easier, but people don't really know this, which is why it's an unpopular opinion. I think we could get levels that are just really easy remakes or sort of sister levels to top 1s. Like, for example, if Cosmos was a medium demon, I would actually really be hyped for that level because it means I can play a Slaughterhouse style level without having to grind the game for like 8 years. Okay, this one's interesting. First opinion, I think Firework was never top 1. The condition for a top 1 to exist is to be possible, but since Firework is over 120 seconds long, it wasn't possible to beat it in 18 seconds, so it was never top 1. So I would agree, except in theory, if you started an attempt when Tartarus was top 1, and then Firework was placed as you beat you would have technically beaten the level, while it was top 1. Second opinion, Slaughterhouse is the best top 1 to have ever existed. No, just not really. I don't agree with that. A song almost never can be overused because of the fact that you can make different themes or use different parts of the song to make it unique. Yeah, but once you run out of ways to make it unique, it becomes overused. Thinking Space is my favorite level in the game and should have been featured, and then I decided to use that for the thumbnail. That Cognition is the best level on the Demons list. No. I think it has a good atmosphere, like the claustrophobic feel, but I think the decoration's lacking. Next, Swyborg is very underrated. Man is verifying like 5 top 3s, I think. Well, I don't think he's underrated yet, but once he actually, verifies stuff successfully, I'll think he's underrated if he doesn't grow at all. Cyclic never hacked and was the first to beat Bloodbath legitimately, and also verified Sonic Wave without hacks. Technically, there's no way to know, if he really cheated or not. At least in some cases. But he said he cheated, so let's just take his word for it. Here are some of mine. I like PG Clubstep and I don't understand why everybody hates it, the freaking death face. I love 9 Circles levels due to them being 50 to 70% wave, and wave is my favorite game mode. Same, but the problem with that is that it's literally a seizure. I actually really like memory levels. Memory levels are really good when done right. If they're done incorrectly, then you just have lazy Vibrant levels from 1.9. Erebus has decent deco. You're just wrong. No. Next. Thinking Space, The Ultimate Phase, Red World, Down Base, Mystic, and TMN2 levels are all good. Nelv, Rust, and Accu are all good but overrated, and UFO is the worst game mode. I think the last one is the only one I can even remotely agree with, because I think it's the second worst after Robot. The only time I've ever enjoyed a Robot section is in Geometrical Dominator. But yeah, your first opinion, let's just say username checks out. Robot is one of the best game modes if used well. That happens once every 5 years. Dan Z Child says, Nelv is overrated as a level. Effects are cool, but as someone who has tried to make progress on it, the gameplay is horrific. Honestly, I agree. That level does not look fun to play whatsoever, but I think in terms of actual deco, it's really cool, yeah. I think that Jump Stress should have easier main levels. I think that's a bad idea, at least easier than Stereo Madness, but if after 2.2 RobTop added some maybe Can't Let Go difficulty or base after base difficulty levels, I wouldn't hate that too much. The Golden is the best top 1 ever, and I still think it is harder than Slot. Okay, no. Whatever, just move on. We don't need 2.2. Also, Toe 2 is the hardest robots demon. Robots? Ascension into Heaven isn't top 1, maybe not even top 10. Also, maybe possibly Thing is the best memory level, maybe besides Rain. Ascension to Heaven's top 1. Have you played it? Whatever. Third variant is way easier than VSC. Honestly, it's a bunch of 360 FPS frame perfect, so I can see how it's harder than VSC, but at the same time, I feel like VSC is so incredibly impossible, I'm reluctant to see it dethroned. The redeco of AOD is garbage, but the gameplay is a 10 out of 10. Okay, we're moving on. Aftermath is the best of the Apocalyptic Trilogy. It's not a bad level, but at the same time, you're putting it against 2 of the most influential levels in the game. The best RGB level is Sonic Wave. Yellowgrass is better. Thinking Space is B+ overall. SWI and Bloodlust are perfect example of not how to decorate. True Fat isn't good. Tartarus is the second best top 1 behind the Golden. White Space is just okay. Yeah, you are an unbased person, that's for sure. Map packs are better than the Gauntlets. No. RobTop is not the best game developer and should either get a team of developers or sell the rights to the game to someone else. Dude, if you go around saying stuff like that, he's gonna absolutely roast the crap out of you, dude. Have you seen RobTop's Twitter? No, like, just careful. And also, obviously, I disagree. Arcturus and Ragnarok are better than Macabre. No. Seri Neverclear and Hard Machine ain't funny levels. Seri Neverclear is funny. Core isn't bad. What? Sakupin Circle's decoration is good. Apparently a lot of people think this. I don't agree. If you like it, that's fine. Thinking Space is better than one of the best top 20s.